So we are going to learn about length and area in this chapter. Let's get started. Area of triangles and parallelograms. So this is a square, and for the square the area is side into side, where side is also indicated as the letter S. Area congruence postulate. If two polygons are congruent, then they will have the same area. If two polygons are congruent, they shall have the same area. Area addition postulate. The total area is the sum of areas of non-overlapping parts. So, for example, if you have one square like this and it is connected by one square like this. Okay, so two squares are there, and let's say they both are congruent with the side 3. The side is 3. So if you take the area of the first square, it will be 9. It will be 9. And if you take the area of the second square, it will also be 9, because 3 into 3 is 9. 3 into 3 is 9. Now, instead of considering it as parts, if you consider it as one whole, then it will be a rectangle with the length of 6 and the side breadth 3. Okay, if you consider the whole as a rectangle, then the area will be 9 into 3, 27. Uh, Sorry, 6 into 3, 18, because 3 plus 3 from here to here will be 6, and 6 into 3 is how much? 6 into 3 is 18. So whether you take the area as parts, where we have taken parts, two squares as parts, that also is 18. And if you consider it as one whole, then also area is 18. 6 into 3 is 18. So what is the postulate saying? The total area is the sum of areas of non-overlapping parts. Okay, so total area of any shape is the sum of areas of non-overlapping. If they are overlapping, then you have to take the overlapping part only once. Okay, so that's what is the area addition postulate. Rectangle area is base into height. Area of parallelogram. So it is base into height. Okay, this is the height which is there, altitude. So where B is the base and H is the height. Area of triangle is half base into height. Okay, it is, if you consider this as a triangle, okay, let's say how you arrive at this area. Basically, it is 2. If you divide it like this, the parallelogram has two triangles, okay, which have same area. If you see the area of this part, this part, this part area would be half base into height, and the this part area would be also half base into height. If you add half base into height plus half base into height, it will become base into height. So that's where area of triangle, if you take it from area of triangle, the area of a of a parallelogram, you will get base into height. So these are the three basic formulas for area. uh, let's move forward. Find the perimeter and the area of the polygon. Okay, so what kind of polygon it is? It's a triangle. It's a triangle. So how you can find? It's very simple to find, because you have been given base and you have been given the height also. So half base into height is your half. Base is what? 21. 21 into 8. Okay, so that would be your area, half base into height, which will come to 84. So this will be 84. And perimeter is what? Perimeter is the sum of all the sides. So what you have to do for perimeter? For perimeter, you have to add all the sides. So 21 plus 10 plus 17, and that will give you the perimeter. So now what they have given is another, find the perimeter and area of the polygon. So this is another polygon they have given. Here also, if you see, this is a parallelogram. So what would be the area of this parallelogram? Base into height. So base is 30 into height. Height is how much? Height is 17. So you will get the base into height would be your area. Okay. Because see, these lines are indicating this red color arrows which you see here and here. They are indicating that these lines are parallel. Plus, they are also indicating that they are uh, equal in size and parallel. Okay. So that's how you calculate the area of a parallelogram. Now this is the third thing which is given. Now for this, if you have to calculate the area, the first thing which you have to identify is the base. How much is the base? So you will apply Pythagoras theorem. So Pythagoras theorem says if this is x, then 5 square, this square, 5 square plus x square will be 13 square equals to 13 square. And if you solve this, you will get the value of the base. Okay, and base will be 12. Once you have the base 12, then you can calculate the area by doing half base into height, okay, which will come to 30. And same for perimeter, you add all the three sides, you will get the perimeter also. A parallelogram has an area of 153 and height is 17. What is the base? Okay, it's very easy. So area of a parallelogram is equal to base into height. Base into height. So you already have height. So base would be 153 divided by 17. So base will be area divided by height. Okay. And once you feed the values, you can get what is the base of the parallelogram. Okay, the second question is area question. So find the area of this. Now you have to use the parts whole postulate to calculate the area of this. So what is the meaning of parts whole postulate? So you have to identify, you have to make this into different parts. So how you can make this into different parts? There are different ways you can do. One way could be you make this as one part and this is another part, and then calculate the area of A, B, and C. So what would be the area of A? It is a it is basically a rectangle with 6 and this whole is 7 and this is 3. So this part would be 4 because 4 plus 3 is 7. So this area of A would be 24. What would be the area of A? 24. Area of B would be, so this is 6, whole is 12, so this would be 6. So 6 into 3, 18. This will be 18. And if you see the third one, this is 3, this is 6 because total is 12. So 6 plus 6 is 12. So this will be 6. So this area would be, this C's area would be 6 into 3, which will also be 18. Okay, so it will be 36 plus 24, which is 50. 36 plus 24 is 60. I'm sorry. So it will be 60. Now you can calculate the area in a different way also. Let's do that. So what you do is you make only two parts. So one part is this is A, this is B. Now for A, area is 6 into 7. How much is the area? 6 into 7. For A, it is 6 into 7, which is 56. Okay. And this would be 6 into 3, 18. Oh, 7 6 is 42. I'm sorry. 7 6 is 42 plus 18. Again, you will do, it'll come to 60 only. Okay. So you can make parts as you wish, but how many parts you make if you add the area of the all the parts, it will be the area of the whole shape. Area of trapezoids, rhombuses, and kites. So area of trapezoid is half height, height is this, into B1 plus B2. Those are the two bases which are there. And area of rhombus is half D1 into D2. What is D1? D1 is first diagonal, D2 is second diagonal. So this is the area of rhombus where you multiply the diagonals and divide them by 2. Okay, now this kind of shape is called a kite because it resembles a kite. Okay, so in the kite shape, what happens is that adjacent sides are equal. So this side is equal to this side as indicated, and this side is equal to this side. So again, the area of a kite is same as area of a rhombus, which was half D1 into D2, where D1 and D2 are the diagonals. So now this shape is given and you have to find the area of this shape. How much will be the area of the shape? So you have to create two parts out of this. So one part would be this, one would be this. Area of part A would be 24 and area of part B would be half base. Base is how much? Base is this is 2 and height is how much? 4. So half 2 into 4, which will be equal to 4. Half base into height, base is 2, height is 4. So it will be 2 and 2 would get cancelled out. It will be 4. So whole area is 28. Okay. Now they are saying find the area of this shape. So what is the area of this shape? So they have given both the diagonals. This diagonal is 6, this diagonal is 14. And we know the area of kite is what? Half d1 into d2. So half 14 into 6 would which would be 42. So area of this will be 42. Again, the similar kind of shape they have given. So here what they have given is this much is 30 and this much is 40. Okay. And the area would be half d1. This is 40, so the entire would be 80. From here to here, it will be 80. This is 40, so here to here will be 80. And here to here completely will be 60 because 30 into 2. So it will be 60. So half 40 into half 80 into 60 will be the answer of this one. Okay. So that is the answer of this one. The area of a kite is 80 feet square. One of the diagonal is 4 times as long as the other one. So see, what is the area of the kite? Half d1 into d2. d1 into d2. Okay. Now what is given? Given is that one diagonal is 4 times as long as other. So d1 is equal to 4 times d2. Okay. This is what is given. d1 is equal to 4 times d2. So then they are saying what is the length of the two diagonals. So what you do, instead of d1 write 4 into d2. So it will become 4 d2 square and it will become, so area will become half d1 into into d1, instead of d1 you write 4d2. Okay, 4d2 4d2 into d1 into d2, sorry. So d2 square, 2d2 square equal to 80. Okay, 2d2 square would be 80. 2d2 square, because that's given. So d square would be, d2 square would be how much? 40. And if d2 square is 40, then d2 would be 2 root 10 and d1 would be 8 root 10. d2 square equals to 40. Okay. And when you solve this, d2 will come as 2 root 10 and then you can calculate what is d1. Find the area of a rhombus with vertices. Okay, so this question asks you to apply the different theorem, which is how to find the distance between 2 points. So there are 4 points which are given, 1, 3. 1, 3 is this 1, comma 3. This is the first point. The second point is given 5, comma 5. So 5, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This is the second point. Okay. P point is given 9, comma 3. P point is given 9, comma 3. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So somewhere 9, comma 3, somewhere here it is. And the fourth point is 5, comma 1. So 5, comma 1. So I'm just making this out. Don't see the coordinate system because I can't draw this. This graph is a small one. But M and OP are given. N, M, PQ are given. M, N, P, Q. Then if you have to do the area of this rhombus, then first you have to find MP, and then you have to find NQ, and then you have to do half D1 into D2 because you have find the two diagonals. So from here to here, if you have to find the distance, then you have to apply the formula. Distance between 2 points is what? Square root of x2 minus x1 plus square plus y2 minus y1 square. And with this, you will find d1, and similarly you will do the finding of d2 also, and then you can apply this formula. Okay, so you have to find the diagonals and then you have to solve the equation. Circumference and arc length. Circumference of the circle. Circumference is just like perimeter, like edges, how much the edges cover. So ratio, what is pi? Pi is the ratio of circumference to the diameter. Okay, pi is what? Circumference to diameter is called pi. So whenever you have any circle, if you take its circumference and divide by diameter, you will get pi. Okay, and if you see what is the circumference, circumference is pi into d, and d you can write as 2r also. So which means circumference is 2 pi r. Okay, so that's the formula for circumference. So the pi value is 3.14. It is also called 22 by 7. If you calculate this, this is the value which is going to come, which is the value of pi. Okay, find circumference of a circle with diameter 5 inches. So it will be pi into d, it will be 5 pi. Okay, find the diameter of the circle with circumference 17 feet. So pi into d is how much? 17. And you know pi is what? 22 by 7. So if you solve this equation, you will find the value of d. A car tire has a diameter of 28 inches. How many revolutions does the tire make while traveling 500 feet? Okay, so how you will find this? Uh, so this is very easy. How you will find? So first you will, in one rotation, how much the tire will cover? In one rotation, how much the tire is going to travel? It is going to travel how much is the circumference of this tire. Okay, so circumference will be how much? 22 by 7 pi. This is pi into d. D is how much? 28. So in one circle, it will cover 88. How much it will cover? 88 in inches. How much inches it will cover? 88 inches. And if you see 88 inches, if you have to convert to feet, 1 feet has 12 inches. So in feet, if you have to do, it will be 88 divided by 12. Okay. So this is, if you solve it, it'll become If you solve this, it is going to become 22 by 3. So around this much will be covered in one rotation. So for 500 rotations, how many feet, for how many rotations are required for 500 feet? That would be for one rotation equals to 22 by 3. Okay. So you have to calculate for this many rotations how much. You can do the calculation and you will get the answer. Arc length. So in a circle, you can take the arc and that would be the arc length. So if it is a full circle, okay, if you have a full circle, you can make a arc. So for example, AB is a arc here. So how do you find the length of the arc? So how do you find the length of the arc? So this we already saw when we were discussing the circle chapter. But what we discussed was 360, 360 divide by circumference, because if you take the full circle, it is 360. 360 degree angle divided by circumference equal to measure of arc, meaning the angle of this arc. This angle of the arc is how much? It is measure of the arc equals to measure of arc AB, measure of arc AB divide by how much? Divide by arc length. So arc length is what? AB is the arc length. Okay. So if you have to find AB arc length, you can use this formula. So measure of arc is the angle which is here. This is the measure of arc. And if you solve this, you can find how much is AB arc. What is the length of AB arc you can find with this formula. Circumference and arc length. So they have given the find the length of PQ. So they are asking PQ length, okay? And PQ they have given the central angle already. So this is a very easy question. Again, you will apply the same formula. 360 divided by circumference. Circumference is how much? 9 into pi, because pi d, 9 is the diameter. So 9 pi is the circumference. Okay. And here it will be 75 equals to 75 divide by arc PQ. Okay, PQ. Then you can solve this question and you will get how much is the arc PQ length once you solve this question. Same they are asking here. They are asking the length of arc LM. Okay. So here they have already given the circumference. Circumference is 61.26 and they are asking what is the length of arc LN. So LN angle is how much? LN angle is LNM angle is 360 minus 270. So which is 90 degree. This one is 90 degree because 360 minus 270 is 90. So this angle here is 90 degree angle. So again, you can use the same 360 divided by 61 equals to 90 divided by LM, and then you can calculate the length of LM. Now, how far does the runner on the blue path will cover in one lap? Okay, so they are asking in one lap how much this runner is going to cover. So this is the whole distance in one lap. One lap means one full circle, how much it is going to cover. So we can see this one is 84. So from here to here is 84. Here to here is 84. Same from here to here will also be 84. Now what you have to do is you have to find the circumference of this circle. So half semicircle is this side and half semicircle is this side. So if you find the circumference of this circle, that would be, and add that to 84.39 into 2, then you will get the whole of the area. So what is the circumference of this circle? This is given 44.2, radius is given as 44.2. You can do 2 pi r and you can calculate the circumference. Area of circles and sectors, this we had already seen. Sector is what? It is the area formed by the arc. This yellow color thing is the area of the sector. Okay, so again you will apply the same formula. Area of circle, area 360 divided by area of circle. 360 divided by area of circle equals to whatever is the angle measure. So arc measure divided by area of arc. Okay, so with this, if you solve this, you will get the area of a sector. So you have to solve this area of the sector. Find the area of the circle. This is circle with radius. When this kind of shape is given, this means circle with center D. So what is the area? Very easy. 14 is the this thing diameter. So area is pi r square. So r is how? 14. Pi into 144 would be the area. Find the area of red sector. So area of red sector, you will use the same formula which I told you earlier and find it. Okay. And if you minus that from the area of the whole circle, then you will get the area of the blue sector. Okay. Find area of the given figure. So this is very easy because this is a semicircle because it's passing from the diameter. So diameter always makes a semicircle. So this is a semicircle. So its area would be how much? Pi r square. Okay. R is 3.5 here. How much is R? 3.5. So this will be pi r square by 2. This area would be pi into r square by 2. R is 3.5. Pi into 3.5 square would be this area, and this will be half 7 into 7 because base is 7 and height is 7. So then you add, you will get the area of the two shapes. Area of regular polygons. So regular polygons have all the side equal. Okay, that is what is a regular polygon. If the all the sides are equal, then it will also mean that all the angles of a regular polygon is also equal. So this is a regular polygon, which is the stop sign. So you can see it has 8 sides. It's an octagon. So you have to find the area of this shape. Then what you can do is you can create triangles out of it. The side is this, and you create triangles out of it, and all the triangles will be equal. So if you create triangle and take the area of one triangle and multiply it by 8, that would be the area of this octagon. Okay, so area is half P into A. So what is P? P is the perimeter. Okay, perimeter is what? If you take all the sides, if you take this, add everything, that is the perimeter. So area will be half P into A. Okay, how? Because if you add this one, it will be half S into A. Okay, plus half S into A plus half s into a. So for all the triangles, it will be half s into a, s into a for each triangle. Then if you take out half a outside, then the inside will be s plus s plus s, and that will be equal to your perimeter. Okay, so it will be half perimeter into a. That is the area of this shape. A segment drawn from the center of a regular polygon, okay, to the edge is also called apotheum. Apotheum, a segment drawn from the center of a regular polygon. So this is a segment which you are drawing from the center of the regular polygon and perpendicular to the edge. So it is perpendicular to this shape. So this is called apotheum. And this perpendicular will bisect the edge. Okay. So area of a regular polygon, we already saw half P into A, where A is what? A is the the altitude, basically we can say, but from the center to the side the distance is called a. Okay, a is also called apotheum. Apotheum is what? Segment drawn from the center of the regular polygon perpendicular to the edge. It's altitude only, apotheum. Okay, now typical steps for finding the area of the polygon. Find the half of central angle. Use trigonometry to find the apotheum, and then you have the formula area equals to half B into A. So now this question is there. Now they are asking what would be this is a regular polygon. So that means there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a pentagon. So what they are saying is if you find the area of this and multiply it by 5, that would be the area of the whole of the pentagon. So what is the area of this? So for finding the area of this, first you have to find the base. Base is not given. So for finding the base, you can use the Pythagoras theorem and you can find this one. Because this, if it is x square plus 6.5 square equals to 8 square, and then you do 2x and you will find the whole of this. Okay, so 2x half base into height, half 2x into 6.5 would be area of this, and then you multiply it by 5 and you will get the whole of the area. Okay, so this is decagon, you have to use the same logic. Again, the similar kind of question, area of regular polygon. So here it is saying that this diameter is 32, which means radius is how much? Radius is 16. Find the area of the hexagon. Okay, so so radius is 16 because diameter is 32, so radius is 16. So now what would happen is that you know the sum of angles of the regular polygon. How much is the sum of angles of a regular polygon? Interior angles of a regular polygon. Yes. 180 times n minus 2. Yes. For triangle, it is 180 times 3 minus 2. Okay. For this is for triangle. For a quadrilateral, it will be 180 minus 4 minus 2. Okay. For this one, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 6 sides, it will be 180 into 6 minus 2, which will be 4. 180 into 4 is the answer. So which means for 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So for each of them, each angle, like for example, this much angle will be divide by 6. Okay. Because you have to divide 180 into 4, divide by 6. So 630. So every angle will be 120 degree. Okay. For a octagon, every angle is how much? 120 degree. So if it is 120, this will be half, this will be 60 degrees. Yeah, hexagon. So this will be 60 degrees and this is 60 degree. This one is 60 degrees. So this will be 30 degrees. Why? Because of the triangle property of 180 degree. So now you know this angle, you know this angle, then you can calculate the apotheum. Apotheum, how you will calculate? So for example, cos 30. Cos 30 would be, if this is apotheum, this is 16, SOHCAHTOA. So cos 30 would be equal to how much? 32, nahi, 32 is a radius, sorry, diameter. This angle is 30. Man, it is about the angle, not about the side. So it is cos 30 would be equal to, what is that? Adjacent divided by hypotenuse. So A divided by 16. Then you take a calculator and you will find A. Once you have found A, then the area is very simple. What is the area? Area is very simple because what is area? Area is side length. Again, for side length, you have to use the sine formula again, but you find this side length. So area would be this area into 6 times 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So that would be the area of the whole polygon. Let's say you are listening to a video contest where you hear a song and call in and name it. The song was supposed to be played between 12 and 1, but you can only listen from 12:20 to 1 because that's when you get what is the probability that you will hear the song. So basically a song plays, what is the probability that you will hear the, so probability is basically favorable outcomes divided by total outcomes. That is what is probability. So we have 40 minutes out of 60 minutes. So that would be 2 by 3 chances of probability. Length postulate, probability postulate. If a point AB is chosen at random and C is the length between A and B. C is the length, C is between A and B. C is any point between A and B. Then the probability that the point AC is, that the point is on AC is length of AC divided by length of AB. Okay, because if it has to be on AC, that is the AC divided by everything because total is AB. So that's what is the probability. Area probability postulate. If a point A is chosen at random, then the probability that the point is in region B. So this is the region B. If what is the probability that it comes in region B? The area of this divided by the total area. That is the probability that the point is here. Use the probability that a point is in the shaded region. So what you have to do, you have to take the area of this part and you have to divide it by the area of the whole part. So how you can take area of this part? You take the whole area of the whole part and minus the area of this much. So this much will be half base into height, half 2 into 2 is 2, and the area of the whole is half 6 into 6. Okay, because total is 6 here, here to here is 6. So it will be 24. So whole area is 24 minus 2, that is 22. So 22 is the area of this shaded region. Divide by 24. Hmm? This is half. Yeah, it is not 24. It is 18 because 6 into 3. Sorry, this is 18. So 22, this will become 18 minus 2 is 16. Okay, divide by 18. That is the answer. Okay, so if you 8 by 9 is the answer. That is the probability that the random point would be in the grade thing. Again, you have to see what is the random that this is inside this. So you take, this is half semicircle, this is half semicircle. Area of the full circle would be pi r square. So pi, what is r? R is 2 because here to here is 4. So pi 4 pi r square. R is 2. So pi r square, pi 2 square would be the area of the circle, and area of the whole shape would be 16 because 4 into 4 16. So that is what is your probability that the point would be in the